11 o'clock and all's well. Yeah, they just ran the tornado siren. So my phone's probably going to ring in a minute. What are we doing today? Well, Sylvester has a leak, as I mentioned in another video. So we're going to take a gander up underneath. I did spray some engine degreaser under there and did what I could to alleviate the liquidy mess that was under there. So let's see if myself and the camera and the flashlight can get under here. Alright, as you guys can see here, I've got most of the oil cleaned off. Looks nice and dry under there. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop in it. We're going to take it for a drive, see if we can't get some of that oil to start splashing around for us. Let's take a look at the body mounts here. Yeah, the body mounts look really good. In fact, the whole underside of the truck looks good. This garage kept most of its life. Get a good look up there. Super clean. I'm pretty psyched to get into it. This has got a 34-gallon gas tank in it, so it hurts every time you fill it. I just had to fill it the other day. So let's get the old boy started, get it down the road a little bit. Then I'll come back and we'll both climb up under here, or we will all climb up under here and see where we've got our leak coming from. I'm pretty sure it's coming from the oil pan, but it may be coming from somewhere else. So before I start tearing things apart, I want to be sure where it's coming from. So y'all stay tuned. Alright gang, we are in town. You can see here a whole bunch of noise going on, but I wanted to show you guys the one place that I go for just about anything that I need that's automotive. They've done all of my vehicle exhaust for the last 20 plus years. Sorry about the noise. Let's see if we can't shut the window and cure some of that. There we go, that's a little better. But yeah, A1 Muffler Shop, pack work is #1. So what I decided to do was, before tearing into it and installing a new filter and pan gasket, was to bring it in here and take a look. And it's a good thing we did, because it is the input shaft seal behind the torque converter that's leaking. It is not the pan. So what they suggested I do was drive it for a while, make absolutely sure that's where it's coming from, and if it is, then the transmission needs dropped and I need to put a new seal in it. And since I will already be in there, it'd be a good idea for me to go ahead and do a rear main seal on the engine, and also a new pinion seal. And that I would have somebody else do, mainly because getting the preload set right on the pinion shaft bearing is very important. And although I'm confident in my work, I would rather have somebody do it who does it for a living. But there we have it. We are just about getting bumped into. But that's where we're at. That's what's happening. So sorry about this being just a short video, but that's a day in the life. Sometimes a plan works out where you're going to start tearing things apart, and other times you end up with a situation like this where it's not going to hurt anything, but it is going to make a mess. So like I say, we're just going to keep an eye on it. We're going to verify that's where the leak's coming from. Apparently I did too good a job cleaning everything up, and I didn't hammer the vehicle hard enough coming down to the muffler shop to tax it and get it to blow off some oil. Didn't get the pressures up high enough. So on the way home, it may be a little bit more spirited drive, and if it is a more spirited drive, that produces the leak, we'll have a better idea. So let's wait till we get home before we make our final decision on what we're gonna do. So I'll see you guys there. All right, gang, let's take a look and see what we've got. I'm back way too far. I gotta go up some. Lordy, don't get old. That used to be really easy to do. Get up and down off the ground like that. I gave Sylvester a bath. Figured I cleaned the underside, may as well clean the overside, right? All right, let's take a look and see if we've got anything new here. I see no new drips. There's one right there on the tail shaft. Can you see that? Right there, it's leaking right there. See it? Looks like a tail shaft seal. That's coming out at a fairly decent click too. Here what we thought was the torque converter seal, turns out it is the pinion shaft seal. So how about that? Alright, well that's one we can get. Good to know. Okay, follow me. Sorry about turning you all over everywhere and shining the sun in your eyes and everything, but it's doing the same thing to me, so I just wanted to share. Alright, I feel better about that, only because I can get that seal changed out much easier than changing the seal on the input shaft on the torque converter. Now we're coming over to Clifford, where I have already off camera changed the brake line, and it cured all that ailed me. Yeah, we can see it just fine down there. Maybe right there's the new line right there. Came off just plenty easy. Bled the brakes out. Everything's just golden and no leaks anywhere. It's all doing what it's supposed to be doing. So now that we know it's just a tail shaft seal, we will get a tail shaft seal. Loud noise. Hiya, baby Belle, what you doing? Do you want to be on camera today? She's not feeling too well. She's got a tummy ache. But that rounds it out. Looks like it's a tail shaft seal. I can handle that. I mean, it may be coming out of both seals, who knows? But one thing that we did discover was the engine itself has 0 leaks, which is really nice, because I did not clean the engine, but we did take a look there, and it was fine. It was dandy. And I've got my new supply of awesome, because I've got a plastic carburetor to clean. I don't know if I showed this to you guys or not. We had a heller storm come through, and this was a tree that was earmarked to be taken down. You can see by their marks there, it just stripped right away. We've got pith wood all the way down to here. If you look how high up that goes, you can see how it just broke away. We've got one leg of that is already dead, and it has been since I've owned the home. But let me show you here just how, yeah, it just peels away really easy. You can just see. But pretty good sized tree. Let's see, it's probably it's under 2 feet in diameter, but still, it did take a branch off of that tree right there, which helps the guys in the power company, right? They wouldn't have had to strip it themselves. It's laying on top of the trunk right here. And we've got birds playing around in it, and surprisingly, it's still alive. It's still hanging on there at the bottom, so it's still getting fed. So none of the leaves have changed off yet. The only leaves that are changing off are the leaves off of that branch right there. Looks like that branch right there was already dead. Yeah, it was. So that helped with the tree trimming, didn't it? lots and lots of firewood. So I've got this to clean up, and on top of having this to clean up, I still have repairs to make on stuff. So since this isn't hurting anything, I'm just going to mow around it. And I'd say that's probably, we got lucky that it didn't take out the power lines, and that's what they were worried about, the power company. That's why they were going to take it down. But they are going to take out 2 more trees. Well, 1 more, because the trunk goes up and it doesn't split off before 3 feet, I think he said, is the cutoff where they consider it just 1 tree. We'll take a walk over there and take a look at it. But if you guys want a size reference, the trunk itself is over 2 feet in diameter. There's a size reference there. If I can get back far enough. Pretty good sized tree. But I've got all these vines that really need cut off of this one so that it'll not end up having the same fate that this one had. It's another hackberry, by the way. But anyway, this whole area here just needs need a big old saw. Just in my crabapple tree, it finally gave up the ghost this year. It bloomed last year, didn't this year. But these are also coming out right here. These are white ash, and although they are not yet dead, as you can see, there is a lot of dead in it. It has been affected by the emerald ash borer beetles, which have decimated ash trees all across the nation. It's going to come down. They're going to take it down for me, though, which is really, really nice, because this would probably be a $3,000 or $4,000 tree to take down. Wasn't something I was wanting to do myself. Still have plenty of foliage, lots of coverage, even though we lost the hackberry there. And when these 2 guys come down, I'll have more afternoon sun on this side of the house. But this side of the house is actually closed off. I'm only heating and air conditioning the back half of the house. So, but anyway, there we go. That's what's going on with Sylvester. That's what else is going on out here on the property, is the downed tree, the dead tree, and these 2 trees going bye-bye. Clifford getting a new brake line, it being a-okay now, and this one needing a tail shaft seal, which isn't that big of a deal at all. So, in fact, I may just go down, pick that up, and change that out. It's just a matter, you just drop the drive shaft, pull it out, pop the old seal out, set the new seal in there, and put the drive shaft back in, and you're done. So that may get done yet today. I've still got quite a bit of daylight left. So, alright, that's it. Friendly Neighborhood Zippo. If you like this, right down there you can peck on my head to subscribe. Here's a video, and here's a video. I promise you guys, I will see you on the next one. Later. I am out of here.